All right, the Combatosseurs are back. Me and Tony are here to do a special little segment that I think that we're going to be doing at least on a case-by-case basis. The show is called Deciding Splits, or I should call it the segment is called Deciding Splits, when we will be going over fights that had a split decision the night before. So on this case, the only split decision that we had on UFC Boston was Dave Torelli, goddamn, that's one of the judges. Darren Stewart against Deron Winn. Everybody kind of knows the controversy around this. The first two rounds were very clear. We had round one for Darren Winn, round two for Darren Stewart. Deron
Winn. I was about to say Deron Winn. Yeah,
it's too close. Even when they announced the decision, I'm like, which one?
No, I knew
Say
it was
the full name.
Deron and Darren. Yeah,
it's close enough.
One thing, not just for splits, I say we do some unanimouses where it's like clearly like questionable or robbery.
I'm cool with that too.
We should.
I'm cool with that too. Yeah, not everything. Sometimes all three judges get it wrong. I guess you're right. But yeah, so we wanted to go over Darren Stewart versus Deron Winn. I know there's a lot of stuff going out there, and I think this is just our way to kind of give you guys our view on it, especially live too. So what we're going to do is watch the third round, give you guys our thoughts on it, and then give our stats in terms of who should have won this fight. Again, like I said, Deron Winn won the first round, Darren Stewart won round two, and then it all came down to round three. In a round that, if you guys can remember, Deron Winn was looking gassed as fuck going into this round. He looked horrible on the
momentum
stool.
had swung in Stewart's favor. That's
it was very surprising to me that he was able to go another 5 minutes.
He was definitely more effective than you thought he was going to be.
Yeah, so let's just fucking get into it. But it's just still so goddamn comical for me to see Deron Winn fight. Small. Like, this guy looks like he
lightweight.
Yeah,
maybe even a featherweight based off his specs. Like,
I was telling him, like, somebody could put their palm on his forehead and just let him just windmill away, but then he would grab your legs and fucking.
And that's what's hilarious too. Like, he's grabbing guys, just controlling them, getting on top of them and stuff. You're like, how the fuck? Like, you're so small.
But we saw it in this fight too. Like, he's not the best at really controlling guys when they're on the ground, right? Like, he's able to get them down.
Yes,
but Darren Stewart did a really good job of getting back to the feet.
So that's a big problem with like just straight wrestlers coming in where they don't adapt their wrestling to MMA.
Controlling guys on the ground is a lot bigger of a task than it seems. A lot of people would just put an emphasis on trying to get the guy down, but once you get him down, what are you really going to do?
Yeah.
So Darren Stewart's been starting the round really well 100%. In terms of like light on his
warning
feet.
Track. Yep, he's pressuring. He's landed a couple of strikes. Deron hasn't really thrown anything.
You can tell he's still huffing and puffing too.
Yep,
he's on his bicycle, just fucking moving,
trying to bounce around a bit.
Yeah,
Stewart looks way fresher.
Yeah, and that's been a knock on him a lot, eh? A lot of people are like, "Yo, his cardio is just not the greatest."
Well, that's what he said coming in too. Yeah. So he's like,
he's worked on it.
Oh, nice little overhand right though by Winn.
Yeah,
but he's talked about like I think like that's my only downfall. Like, if I get my cardio in check, I should be able to beat all these guys. And
yeah,
he definitely, his cardio looked good.
Look, he's still throwing. Like, we're talking like a minute and a half into this round, and he
looks fresh. Like, it doesn't look like he's in the third round.
Nice right hand too.
Yeah, he's chewing him up right now. I think Winn has landed one. Maybe
there's a certain point where you see Winn like, okay, I got my gas back, and that's when he really starts to put the foot on the gas. But
you want to end a round. That was nasty. You want to end a round strong as opposed to begin it strong for scoring criteria. Yeah. You want to do more of your stuff at the end.
Mm-hmm. I think at this point is when he's kind of got enough gas back in his tank.
Yeah.
So we're start like pushing on. So we're at like the
2 minutes into the round. 2 minutes
into the round, yeah.
And I think
it's all Darren. Look, another beautiful job right there.
And the striking might be at 20-2 or something for Stewart right now. He's just piecing him up, light on his feet. Okay.
Nice a little flurry by Winn, but
he might have landed one strike there, one good left hook. And now it's back at the center. Stewart getting strikes in. Okay.
Stewart went for the takedown, which was weird as fuck.
Winn pressuring, that was bad IQ there, I think. Maybe he just thought he could, he was tired enough. But now Stewart pressured, got a takedown.
Yeah.
Gets kind of like half guard on top of him, landing good ground and pound. But now this is the problem.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He let him get in
now Winn's in on a single.
Yeah.
Although Stewart is still like sprawling.
This is more than halfway through the round two, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're at the 2 minutes.
That's where he completes the takedown. I'd call that a completed takedown.
Yeah, he's got the takedown, but he still hasn't thrown it. Okay, now he's in full guard.
No
Stewart had landed all the strikes there too in that exchange.
Yep.
So currently Stewart is still winning all this.
Yeah.
He's just being held down, but he's trying to get back up.
Elbow
landing elbows from the bottom. Winn has landed one good strike from the.
It was like a
from
forearm.
top.
It wasn't even like a punch.
And it was mostly blocked.
Yep.
Stewart has landed about 3 or 4 good elbows. Now they're not really doing much. Another elbow.
Okay,
That was a decent shot. Okay,
decent,
2. Oh,
decent.
Winn has landed about 4 or 5 good shots.
Decent.
Yeah. Those are not really connecting well. Another elbow, another overhand.
So at
left.
what point do you think that really turns to Wynn's favor now? Like,
so for me, about the first 2 minutes and 45 seconds was all Stewart.
Yeah.
And then around the 2:15 mark,
he gets a takedown and lands
but
decent
even,
shots.
Yeah, but even the part that he was winning, maybe 10, 15 to 20 seconds of it now, because now Stewart has worked his way back to the cage. He's back up to his feet.
Got a minute left in the fight.
There was probably only about 15 seconds of decent shots by Winn there. Okay, another good single leg takedown. That was good.
Big takedown.
Has his back. Has not landed any strikes though. Okay, there's one peppering shot. Just has his back against the cage. No strikes being landed.
Yeah, this is just a stalemate at this point.
He's just weighing on Stewart, trying to drag him so that he can't stand back up.
Ooh.
Weighing heavy. Okay, now they're fully back up and they separate with 33 seconds left.
So what was it? A minute and a half-ish of Deron Winn getting him down.
Now they're striking. That exchange was a bit even. They both got tagged. Now Stewart is pressing forward, landed a good combo. 20 seconds left. Left jab by Stewart. Winn is not hitting anything.
Winging.
He's winging. Yeah, he's coming up short. He's not hitting anything.
No.
Stewart didn't really land there anyway either, so fair enough. But yeah, I mean, rewatching this, I'm kind of surprised anybody scored it for Winn, actually. You know what? When I first saw that round, I thought it could be close. Watching it the second time there, I thought it was clear for Stewart.
Winn just did not have enough damage once he got the takedowns. That was the main thing.
After he got the takedown too, he only had about 20 seconds of this entire round where he did anything significant. Outside of that, Stewart was kind of lighting him up, piecing him up. So I don't even see how you give him that third round at all.
Yeah, this is actually the first time I've rewatched it.
Yeah, taking it in now, I kind of feel like this should have been clear cut.
The amount of damage that Darren Stewart was able to land within that first 2 minutes 45 seconds that he had on the
way
feet
more significant.
Outweighs anything that Darren Winn did.
And then he still won more exchanges throughout the rest of the round.
If Darren Winn got or kept that takedown for leading up to the end of the round, I feel like
and landed some decent strikes, then
and even landed the amount of strikes that he did in that little bit of time that he did, I think that would have been enough of a warrant for him to win that round.
But Stewart reversed the position, got back up, and then won the stand-up leading to the end. I mean, the stand-up at the end was kind of close because nobody was really landing that much, but I would say Stewart
was pressuring, he was moving forward.
He got an extra shot or two, so... Right? Rewatching that, I think that's kind of clear cut. Darren Stewart.
Yeah, I don't know how you can really go the Winn way.
There's not much of
There's a lot of outrage. And I think a lot of the outrage was also coming from people that had bets on fucking Darren Winn, to be honest. Because even the media...
He had one good single leg takedown, a little bit of back control, and a couple of peppering shots from guard. That's about 25, 30 seconds, maybe of the other 4 minutes of that round was Darren Stewart winning.
It was Eric Cologne and Nick Mahmoud that had Darren Stewart winning that third round, which we agree with, right? And Dave Torelli was the last judge to score for Winn.
Pull up view results for fan scoring. Let's see the percentages on each round.
Let's see this. Even media scores was completely split. 2, 4, 6 for Winn and 6 for Stewart.
Yeah, I think that's a little crazy.
And then let's see what fan scoring had.
Stewart,
57%.
Round 3?
Can you do... by rounds? Why, it's 29-28, 44.7% for Stewart.
What's round 3?
Round 3 is 10-9 Stewart, 63.8%.
Yeah.
So I think it's pretty well known that Darren Stewart, especially if you're going to go by the criteria of, I think damage is first, right? He did the most damage
100%, 110%. I think if people actually rewatch that round now, the way we did, they'd probably score it for Stewart. I felt that was more clear cut than watching it live. I actually thought there could be a chance Winn gets it.
Yeah.
But yeah, rewatching, no, I don't see that at all.
So we are deciding unanimously.
Oh yeah, 100%. Stewart.
There is no split decisions here, guys. It's easily
Stewart should have won that.
It's easily 29-28, round 3 for Darren Stewart. 2
and 3 Stewart,
yeah.
And round 1 drawn.
I think that's actually a perfect example of when takedowns should be considered, especially with the damage that's followed up by it, compared to getting completely outstruck on the feet.
Well,
this is a prime example of a round like that.
There was one fight, well, kind of recently, Felder-Barboza, where Felder won the split based off his work from the bottom. Like, Barboza, like, the stand-up was kind of even in that round a bit. And then then the only other thing that happened was, like, the takedown. And people scored the round for Felder because he did more from the bottom than Barboza. Barboza did nothing from top, and the takedown actually cost him. The takedown probably cost him that fight, because if he kept his standing, he probably would have won that round. Maybe he just barely outpointed him.
That's another thing, though. Like, Stewart was actually working off his back too.
Yeah, he landed some good elbows.
He had a shitty arm triangle attempt, as well as he landed a couple good elbows too. So it's not like he was completely useless on the ground.
I would argue those elbows were better than any of the shots that Winn landed. I mean,
I think the best shot that Winn had was, like, there was one body shot that he had while he had on the ground. That was probably the most effective. I think
those elbows on the top of your head, those are damaging.
All right, so we've decided unanimously 29-28 for Darren Stewart. Round 3 clearly for Darren Stewart. And maybe we'll be back next week with another segment like this if we get another split or another controversial decision.
13 fights on a UFC card, there's going to be one split, right?
Maybe some home cooking in fucking Singapore, but who the hell knows? But thanks for joining us. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow me on Twitter at MMALOTN. Check out the website at MMALOTN.ca and check out Tunes. I'm always going to plug his Twitter, and we're going to try to get his follower count up at Tunes. That's CHEWNS. I'll put it at the bottom as well so you guys can check that out. Thanks for joining us, and make sure you check out Combatosseurs. We're out.
Yes.